guys, and welcome to Technical Tuesdays Volume 15. Now, I hope everyone's had a good trading week or two since the last episode of Technical Tuesdays. I know we have indeed. We've been very busy over here. Again, I'm just going to run through some of the analysis we ran through on Volume 14. It was quite a success to say the least, but we still have some targets to be met/achieved. So I'm going to start with Euro Yen. Euro Yen, I've been short in this. I think I've had like 6 or 7 short trades on Euro Yen now in the past 4 or 5 weeks. Okay, so I'm just going to run through why. Euro Yen on the whole, on the weekly, as you can see, we have indeed been putting in the lower highs, lower high, lower high, lower high, etc. Let me just get something up, 1 second. Okay, so I have actually been following the Euro Yen for quite some time now. I predicted the first initial downside break. Let me just go through this journal. Okay, so if I pull up this, it was around here we had this consolidation back in May. Okay, and we could have put a counter trend line from here across here. We had the breakout, we had the crossover, and my target was in fact 136.20. It did take a while for the price to actually swing down to these levels. Okay, so I was out of that trade, and then I was looking for the next opportunity. The next opportunity, however, was in fact a long trade. Then this was my analysis just after that. I think it was in August. Okay, so we've hit 136.20. Now we're getting ready to rebound to the upside. We had one false breakout. This second push through the counter trend line again, it was actually a false breakout. We did come all the way back down to 136, and then it was the third breakout, which was actually the successful breakout. Okay, so it was actually here. This was the third breakout and 140 target. We did actually achieve 140 in the matter of 4 or 5 days after this pre-market analysis. We actually pushed all the way through to I think it was 141, which I'll go through in a moment. So with 141 being said, okay, we did in fact it was a confluence at point 1 of this trend line and also some historical support here. So after that, I did in fact pull up the charts once again. So if we go to the daily, this was the peak right here. Okay, that was the peak, and then what I did was simply see if I could put a channel on. There was the channel, and we had the third bounce of the channel, and the shooting star formation here. There's quite a big spike, shooting star formation, which was 2 confluences we were about to go short. We could have also put on from point 1, it says A, B, C. Here was also a 61.8 Fibonacci retracement, so there's 3 confluences there. When I found confluences on a higher time frame, I just go to lower ones in order to trend in that direction. So I simply put this counter trend line on here, breakout retest continuation. Once that happened, I'd just selling, and so on. So my overall target was point 1. Back down to point 1. Okay, so you guys have been following me the longest. I think it was even on the last Technical Tuesdays video. I knew that this was my target again, back at 135.80, 136.20. We did in fact hit that. Okay, so I've caught Euro Yen from here, from 140 to 136, and from around 137 back to 140, and then from 140 back down to 136. Now we broke this level. Today's candle is a bit of an insane one, but this could be considered the retest, the spike, if we do hold below this support level here at 135.83. Extra confirmation is the MA crossover to the downside. I know I was short here last week, and we did have some, I think it was FOMC, and I can't remember off the top of my head. On the Wednesday we did in fact pop back up. Okay, many people were buying, but I was going with this overall. I knew where my target was, and when we were around here we did not we still had some room to the downside to hit point 1 of that trend line. So I stuck with my own analysis. The day after, we've seen the bearish engulfing and the continuation and so on. But our Fibonacci extension targets are actually giving us 133.66, and then target 2 is 130.88. And if we zoom out, we can also see confluence here. We've got some dynamic areas of support here, which were prior resistance. So there's 2 targets on Euro Yen, so I'm not buying at all Euro Yen until it's come back down to 133.50. That's my overall target, because I'm still short on this one now. So I hope that helps. So that's a follow up of Euro Yen, how I've been following it for some time now. I do say, many people often ask, why do you only trade 4 or 5 currency pairs? It's because I like to get to know them. so I could reel off all of the key levels on the currency pairs that I know and basically live them out, because again it's just better to master a few than just know a little about many. Okay, so that's euro yen in a nutshell. Now I'm going to go over to the pound. Pound's been quite interesting recently. Okay, so we did in fact break this overall trend line. We had the weekly hanging man here, which was a sign of potential reversal. We did in fact reverse. Okay, so many people are trying to find a bottom in pound, which I've seen. It's very simple. Unless we broke. Okay, so that is the last lower high. Until we broke this trend line, breakout, retest, continuation, and closed above 1.6250, then can we consider long positions. Moving average is still spread up nice. Moving averages are still. I'm not going to be buying against that moving average on the daily, as you can see. Also, this was quite relevant. This Fibonacci here, A, B, C retracement on the 38.2, confluence with the shooting star. Then all we had to do is simply go to lower time frames, add more confluences, follow the overall trend, and we've still got target 1 here. Target 1 at 1.5780. So stick a line on there, and then we also have target 2 at 1.5380. So if you zoom out again, we can see it comes into confluence with historical levels. Yeah, quite strong. Okay, so they're my downside targets for GBP USD. I'd be quite insane to actually buy this pair right now. So yeah, there's my overall bias on GBP USD, and I have been following this one for quite some time also. Okay, so that's that. And one more thing I would just like to point out: if we did a Fibonacci from here, the overall this overall yearly trend, our target one 1.5760, 1.5770 does actually come into confluence with the 61.8 retracement on the weekly. So 2 confluences there, and we've also got historical levels of support / resistance. We've got the moving average crossover. If we take out that, we're definitely going to come to 1.53, and then we may all come back all the way around here, 1.5, 1.49. So that's my overall analysis on the pound. Next one is Aussie dollar. A few people have been asking me about Aussie dollar, and it's quite simple in my case. In my eyes, I am not going long on this pair yet. Okay, so overall, again, Fibonacci, my favorite tool. A, B, C retracement, and we can also see quite clearly price action, lower highs and lower lows, Okay, so if that's the last lower high, simply the price now has to make a new lower low. So with that in mind, again, I'm not going to be buying this for quite a while. This is a support level here, well, previous support, 0.8856. Now we've broken that. These 2 spikes could indeed be considered a retest. We also got the MA crossover to the downside, and we can also put an extra confluence on here, which is this nice channel. So breakout, retest, continuation. Again, 0.8, I'll just say 0.8400. You can hold me to that one because I am quite confident on that. And then if we zoom out, historical levels of support / resistance also come in confluence with that. So that's my overall analysis on this pair. Let me just go down one more. Again, we've had, we've just come into consolidation. A few guys who didn't see it on my last video, Aussie, when we had the initial breakout of 0.9200, I did actually plot this. 0.9200 support broken. We had 3 tests at the 0.9500 resistance, broken that, 0.8830 support, and it was just around here, and as you can see it came right down to that level, a good couple hundred pips. So now we're just in consolidation, but I do think moving average is still telling us downtrend. This can just fold over, so you would have to indeed go down to the lower time frames, 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, whatever your preference is, and just find short setups in line with the overall trend. But yeah, 0.8400 is quite a strong level on Aussie, 360 pips away. So we'll see how that one goes. So that's Aussie in a nutshell, pound in a nutshell. Euro's too messy. I don't like euro at the moment, but I know it's coming to 1.2. And euro yen, a bias on euro yen to the downside. It's quite an interesting one. I've been in this for a while now, and so on. So yes, guys, that's what I'm going to do today because I'm quite tired. Gold quickly, what I can see here on gold, I'm still bearish on gold, and we have some support resistance up here, so around 1260 levels, so we may see a spike up to here before we roll over. If we break out retest continuation of that 1260 level, we could indeed come back up to the 1340 region. Okay, so I've got my eye on that as well, because on the monthly chart, if I just erase all lines, okay, on the monthly chart, we can see last we're in this kind of range. It did actually come back down to 1282, and I was saying 1280. The non-farm payroll give it its final push, and it's bounced straight back up after that. So yeah, we're in this little range here. Next level of support is here. If we simply just measure this range height, add it on, yeah, that looks kind of good to me. So if we do break through 1180s, I think we're going to see 1024 overall on the monthly chart. So I hope that helps. Again, we got another MyFX book which we uploaded last week. So we've uploaded 3 now. We've got a few more accounts, but we're going to save them for, we're going to do some relatively conservative trading. We're going to save them for January. So guys, we don't really need to prove anything anymore. The charts say it all. I've had so many messages of people and emails from people actually making more money off just the analysis that we provide for free than they actually do at work, which is always great to hear. So keep going, guys, and I hope that is a nice insight to my analysis this week. Okay, so I hope that helps. Don't forget to subscribe, please share the video, and we will be back in 2 weeks or so. So thank you very much.